Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm RJ. We're starting off the video in Red Dead Online. But in Red Dead Redemption 1, did you know that Dutch Vanderlyn has a car? It is true. I'm going to show it to you. Do you think that we could get vehicles, cars, and a lot more in Red Dead Redemption Online? I think it would completely blow up the game. I'm going to show you in today's episode what could be added soon into the game. Much love. Do me a huge favor. Hit the like button. It really helps out the video. So let's take a look at Dutch's car. If he gets to have one, I think we should be able to buy one in Red Dead Redemption Online. Let's get trippy, my friends. Here's the mission towards the end of Red Dead Redemption 1. So Dutch has an encounter with John, escapes Blackwater in a car, and now John and a bunch of other people are chasing him. This is pretty much the very end of Dutch's life. You finally find him in Cochene, where he falls off a cliff. But right here, you can see Dutch's car in flames. So I'm not sure if it just erupted into flames with it being such a new concept at the time. Maybe it was faulty and blew up. Maybe Dutch just set it on fire himself to get rid of the evidence. But either way, that was Dutch's car. There's a couple other vehicles that also make an appearance in Red Dead Redemption 1. Here we go, driving around in the Pimp Mobile in Red Dead Online. This model was probably fairly close to what Dutch was driving. It may not be the fastest, and you probably can't even take it off-road. We would still buy one for 100 gold, stash it up with all of our posse members, and probably have this happen right here. It breaks down, and we're just going to have to call our horse anyways. So while this one might not look extremely exciting, I still have talked to a lot of people that said they would be the first ones to purchase it. I think they could put it in Red Dead Online. I'll show you that the time frame would make sense for other models, despite the fact that Red Dead Online takes place before what you're seeing right here in Red Dead Redemption 1. And there's one other model that appears in the game that would be even better. Edgar Ross, the feds, and apparently the entire army are looking for Dutch. They've had enough. They set up a camp right outside of Blackwater, and they put John on an armored truck with a mounted machine gun. The first time you see it in the game, it looks like it's straight out of GTA Online. I want to drive an armored truck and then put one of the members of the posse on the machine gun. We could do some serious damage. I'm sure the griefers would love it, but here you can see everybody's pretty much on the front line, getting ready for the Dutch army attack, and John, with the armored truck and the mounted machine gun, is going to take them all out as he seeks out Dutch. Pretty amazing, and it would fit right in to Red Dead Redemption Online. We already saw the thruster, the jetpack, and a lot of other, really crazy stuff get added to GTA Online. And Rockstar prospered. They made a ton of money. So that might be what Red Dead Online is missing. They gotta up the ante and give us an armored truck. I brought up the History channel. Apparently they have a website about automobile history. So it talks about how the automobile was first invented and perfected in Germany and France in the late 1800s. Though Americans quickly came to dominate the automotive industry in the first half of the 20th century. So we'll scroll down because, of course, at the time of Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, it was a very experimental period. But if you look right here, it says 30 American manufacturers produced 2,500 motor vehicles in 1899, and some 485 companies entered the business in the next decade. So 1899, we had 2,500 motor vehicles available, which means there are plenty to choose from if Rockstar did want to add them into Red Dead Online. Now, I feel like Rockstar might want to keep, horses standard for Red Dead Redemption and keep the vehicles to GTA. But considering the time gap, I think all of us wouldn't mind driving maybe a Model T or just an early model vehicle in Red Dead Online. It would be pretty fun, and there's more. Before we get to the other vehicle that Rockstar has teased, get a load of the 1899 steam car zipping down the road. It's not that bad. It looks pretty steady. The man looks kind of comfortable compared to on a saddle. Perhaps we can load in a bounty, have a partner ride around. It would just make for a good variety on top of the horse and the wagons. Not to mention, we can race this thing. How about the 1899 Fiat? You were true baller status back in those days if you were driving around in that. So here, even in modern day, they look good. They're a huge collector item. So that's what would make it even better. That massive collector item that you hardly see ever nowadays. We can actually drive it brand new in the Red Dead Redemption era. Now here's a look at a Mercedes-Benz from 1866. This is how you had to start it. So it's so much more different than what we have to deal with today. And that's what would make it original. You know, have something so different that many people have even seen before. In Red Dead Redemption 2, as an early model Mercedes-Benz, we saw the Fiat. Might be a little bit strange to crank your car to start, but once it's going, you're hopping on and you're driving around Blackwater. One character you meet in RDR1, Charles Kinnear, is trying to make a flying machine. And if you finish off the side quest, you even see him attempt it. I'm going to show you that in a moment. But Rockstar continues to reference flying machines right here in Red Dead Redemption 2. You can find one next to the hidden tunnel, and this one even has a pilot. Now, the one issue being that it looks like you have to pedal the flying machine. I'm wondering if Rockstar can take some of the technology from the cars, maybe try to put some sort of makeshift engine on one of these and then sell it to us in Red Dead Online. I suppose we could pedal it, but between that and the hot air balloons, I think the sky is just that huge untapped area of Red Dead Redemption 2 Online that we most likely will soon get to explore. So you have the flying machine here. There's another one in New Austin. And of course it has a cutscene in Red Dead Redemption 1 where you finally get to see Charles Kinnear attempt to fly himself. Let's see how he did.
A person who merely watches the flight of a bird gathers the impression that the bird has nothing more to think of than the flapping of its wings. As a matter of fact, this is only a very small part of its mental labor. To even mention all the things a bird must constantly keep in mind in order to fly securely through the air would take the better part of a day. The bird has learned this art of equilibrium and learned it so thoroughly that its skill is not apparent to our sight. We only learn to appreciate it when we try to imitate it. And I, Charles Kinnear, will now demonstrate the miracle of flight. Into the wild blue yonder, Marston. Oh dear.
I really hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know what you guys think. Would you want to drive a car? How about an experimental flying machine? The #1 most requested vehicle of all is a hot air balloon. It's in the game. Rockstar, make it happen. Once again, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're going to have a big live stream later on tonight. If you hit the notification bell, it'll let you know as soon as we go live. So this is the only bird's eye view that we're going to get in Red Dead Redemption 2 for now. But I predict that hot air balloons and vehicles, especially some cars, will come to the game in the future. Let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned here at Trippy Commentaries. And as always, signing out from the clouds, stay trippy, my friends. Y'all come back now, you hear?